This very short video is for anyone out there who is relatively new to meditation. If you've never practiced meditation consistently, or if you've never read a book about meditation or associated philosophies, there are likely a few myths and misimpressions that have gotten into your mind about what meditation is and how it works. I'll be going over just a few of those here in the hopes of not only clarifying our intentions with this practice, but also simplifying them. This brings us to our first point. Meditation is simple. In fact, it's even simpler than most regular meditators believe it is. It's often simpler than I think it is. You see, the mind strives to add layers of complexity to basically anything it does. Look down any rabbit hole of human innovation, and you'll find depths of complication that you never saw coming. But meditation is poised to be exactly contrary to this. To put it most simply, meditation is just being present. That's actually it. You don't have to visualize anything. You don't have to breathe in any particular way or do anything interesting with your eyes or your hands or your legs. You don't have to clear your mind into a void of thoughtlessness. All that meditation requires is the intention to be present with what's happening right here and right now. Anything else on top of that is just a suggestion, designed to make that process easier, should you find it helpful. But again, if you're being present, aware of the here and now, you're doing it right. Now, hopefully that reminder dispels most of the issue. Do less while practicing. But given that this video is meant to be informative as well as clarifying, I'll give you some basic tips and perspectives that may help this primary goal of simply being present. How should your posture be while you meditate? The answer is any way that you can sustain comfortably. This can mean sitting on the floor or on a cushion, sitting in a chair, either leaning back or unsupported. You can be lying down. You can be walking. You could even be running. Really, you can be in any position so long as you can be present while you do it. But for this series, most people find it easiest to sit or lie down in a neutral position. Your eyes can be either open or closed, though if your eyes are open, I typically suggest that you keep them relatively fixed. Blink as much as you need, but keep a steady gaze forward. There is some research showing that holding a steady gaze improves concentration, which will be very useful for our purposes here. One last tip, the chatting part of our internal mind, the voice in the head, the monkey mind, as it's called, is often frustrating to people. They want it to be quiet and to let them meditate in peace. But this practice is not about scrubbing the mind clean of thoughts. It's about noticing our mind as it is in its natural flow and accepting it for this moment. So please remember that an empty mind is not necessary for meditation. Rather, a busy mind makes meditating easier. There's lots to pay attention to. When you realize that you've lost focus and have been swept away by the monkey mind, also know that that very realization that you've been swept away is in fact the reawakening of your awareness. Noticing that you've been swept up is coming back to the present moment. So please, notice as many slips of the mind as you can. The more the better. All right, that's enough explanation from me. Like most things, the easiest way to learn is by doing. Or, in this case, by not doing. And by being. So, let's get started.